Excuse me, sir. Sir, how you doing? My name is Devon. I'm a local artist. I love your look. I would love to draw your portrait if you have any time.
Yeah, absolutely. I got time. Let's do it.
You got time? Oh,
yeah,
sick. All right, let's
it,
do it. What's your name and what's one of your biggest dreams in life?
My name is Ezra Frech, and I would say my biggest dream in life is to normalize disability and change the way society sees disability as a whole.
How are you going about that?
I actually run track for the U.S. Paralympic team, and I won my first world title last year.
Let's go. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And I'm training for the Paris Paralympics right now. So my goal is to use track to help grow the Paralympic movement, and then in turn normalize disability, and then utilize my brand as a whole to help people with disabilities see proper representation in the media.
How long have you been an athlete?
I grew up playing just about every sport there was, and at 11 years old, I was sitting on my couch. I was watching the Rio 2016 Paralympics. I had this almost epiphany, out-of-body experience type moment where I felt like this was my calling. And I told my family, I'm gonna make the Tokyo Paralympics in 4 years.
Yeah.
And I was 11 saying this, and then got an extra year, obviously because of the pandemic, but 5 years later, I made that dream happen, and then my track career took off from there.
Wow, that's insane. That's amazing, congrats.
Thank you, bro, thank you.
So were you surprised when you made the Paralympics?
You know when you have that type of gut feeling, that intuition, you just know something's gonna happen? This was mine, I felt it. But to be fair, the way you accomplish greatness in any area of life is believing you're capable of it, you know? Nobody stumbles upon greatness. You have to believe you're capable of it, and then you go out and do it. Living with a disability isn't super easy. Everywhere you go in public, there's always people staring and pointing fingers and whispering, like what people are doing right now as we're doing this. And so I had a great family behind me, all my family, close friends that really helped me feel confident in my disability when I was younger.
How did you acquire your disability?
I was born with one finger on my left hand, and I had a lower left leg that was curved up towards my waist. And then at about 2.5, 3 years old, I had a 15-hour surgery where they amputated my leg right at the knee, and then they took the big toe from my left foot and they put it onto my left hand. So they had to connect nerves and tendons and arteries, literally smaller than the width of a hair, onto my left hand so that I could take the toe, put it here, I could pick things up, I could hold things, and then I got a stump, right? I could wear a prosthetic, and then I could pick things up and hold things with my left hand.
That's such a great story. That's like a miracle.
Yeah,
bro,
so
that's
crazy.
Incredible. I mean, 15 hours, they're building a Paralympian. That's funny.
That's a great line. They're building a Paralympian. Yeah, I was getting assembled, you know what I mean?
Who was one of the most influential people in your life?
One of the most influential people in my life is my mother. Growing up, she told me to walk into any room with my chin up, chest out, walk in like you own the place. That's what she always told me. Not to retreat to those insecurities about my disability. I just don't think I would be the person I am today without her love, her support in those really formative years of my life.
Wow, your mom sounds incredible. Shout out to your mom.
Yeah, shout out mom. Shout out mom right here.
What are some of your dreams off the track?
Grow my nonprofit, Angel City Sports.
Yeah.
We provide year-round sport equipment, training, and competitive opportunities for people with physical disabilities. Growing up in LA, there wasn't any adaptive sports opportunities, and that's what we realized, and then we just sort of plugged in right there, and then now, a decade later, we've provided 20,000 sport experiences, helping thousands of athletes a year, and then have grown to become one of the biggest adaptive sports nonprofits in the country, which is super cool. It's super easy to get sort of wrapped up into the superficial stuff, right? The likes or the views or the followers, but for me, every like, view, follower, every comment is now someone where disability is slightly more normalized in their eyes. Because I didn't have that growing up, right? I didn't have somebody in the mainstream media with a physical disability who I could look to and be inspired by, and it's my goal to be that person for the next generation.
Wow, that is such an impressive mission. How old are you?
18.
That's crazy. So what brings you to New York?
I'm here for Team USA Media Summit. I did 14 hours straight of just interview to interview to interview to interview the whole day. It was crazy.
You probably didn't want to do another one, and here I stopped you like, hey, can I join you?
No, it was worth it. I trusted you. I felt good energy. I trusted you. I love your tattoos though, by the way.
Oh, thank you, man.
What was your first tattoo that you had?
When I was 14, I got like a star right here.
Really?
I was so young. Yeah, it was in the Bronx by like this guy in the kitchen. It was done like the improper way, but I just wanted it. And yeah, what about you? You have any tattoos?
Yeah, I have one tattoo right here. It's
Wow, that's so cool.
my grandfather passed away 7 years ago, and I was begging my parents every day, let me get a tattoo to commemorate it. Then finally, I turned 18, and on my 18th birthday, they surprised me with a tattoo appointment, and 4 days later, on his birthday.
What's his name?
Hamid Sumek.
How often are you training? Is it every day?
It's all day, every day, training, lifting, recovery, yoga, meditation, sleep, everything.
How many hours in the day would you say?
8 hours a day, maybe I do everything like that. It's a lot. It's a lot of commitment.
What's your diet like?
No, I'm very particular. I'm an obsessive.
I can tell.
I get so into it. You know what I mean? I mean, one time I had a cookie.
Bro, you're like the perfect specimen.
one time I had a cookie, and then 3 months later I was laying in bed. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking I had that one chocolate chip cookie 3 months ago. And so I can't have anything.
I wish I had this mentality. What was one of your proudest moments in life?
Last summer, I won the world championship in high jump and broke the world record.
Wow.
And that was
Let's
a big,
go.
I appreciate it. It was a big moment for me. I was there in front of my family, my friends, competing against the world and ended up on top. So that was very special. I just became the first above the knee amputee to ever commit to a Division I school for track and field. And there weren't a lot of college opportunities for people with disabilities to compete on the track teams. And so I thought, okay, there's no adaptive track teams. Screw it. I'm just gonna try to make the able-bodied team against, regular D1 athletes. So I'll be going to SC next year.
Bro, you're like flawless. Is there anything imperfect? Like,
hey, I started off imperfect, you know what I mean? I started off imperfect.
Ended up the world champion. That's crazy. What message do you think the world needs to hear right now?
A lot of people don't understand what the Paralympics truly is. They think it's the Olympics. They don't understand the difference. But you know why it's actually called the Paralympics is because it runs parallel to the Olympics. People get it confused with the Special Olympics, right? The Special Olympics is an amazing organization serving 2% of the world population with a cognitive disability, and they're very inclusive, so anybody can be a Special Olympian. The Paralympics is the most high-level competition in the world, very exclusive for people with physical disabilities, serving 15% of the world population. That's 1 billion people globally that have a physical disability. And so I think the Paralympics needs to be seen at the same level as the Olympics. If people tune in to watch the Paralympics, it will start to change the way they think of disability. We won't see disability as this super negative thing, because as of right now in the US, people with disabilities are bullied in higher rates. The suicide rate is higher. They're more depressed. They're less active. They have less job opportunities just because they were born different. That's crazy to me. That's so crazy.
Doesn't make sense.
And I think the way we change that is by promoting the Paralympics at a proper rate. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, I'll definitely be watching you. I can't wait. Thank you for sharing your life with me. This is my interpretation of your life.
Holy crap, bro.
Thank you, man.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bro.
Also, I got you a second gift too.
This is insane.
A sweater from my
thank
new
you, brother.
brand, Keep Smiling. Yeah, so everybody that wears one of these is a part of my positivity club. So it's a special hoodie. Thanks,
Thank you,
man.
brother.
Thank
Hey,
you
bring
so
it in,
much.
bro.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
man.
Keep smiling.